What's happening, buds? Back with Dark Souls 3. So I actually remembered where the key was for the cell that Greirat is in and ran and got it, and I'm just gonna go do that route again. I don't know if we'll go all the way to it, but I'm just gonna show where it was. So we were down here about to head forward with our big blue straight up ahead there, but instead I'm gonna go back up toward where the abyss creature was and these couple archers. And when you drop down that ladder from the abyss creature, which is up there on the rooftop, and you come down, we're gonna head in here. There's also a guy hiding behind here. And there will be an item right here as well. Another thing to note is where the dragon was, back up top there, where we had to run to avoid the fire. And I went back out and grabbed a couple items. So one of these items, oh, I can't parry that. Weapon arts on me. Anyway, where we go and get those, where I ran back out into the fire to get those items, one of the items at the far end was the claymore, which I had forgotten until I ran out and picked it up. And that's actually a very decent weapon. You can use that the entire game. Oh, almost got you there. But yeah, the claymore is a great sword. Throughout the entire game, so we picked that up because I might actually use it once I think it's 16 strength, I can't remember the exact requirement, but it is definitely viable throughout, so I picked that up. So I can't parry this guy, come on. Ah! Oh, close there. Come on, give me speed boost. Just missed. I really want to get hit by that weapon art. Jesus. I'll also show you the bonfire. There's a bonfire right here that you should probably get as well. I don't know if I can make it back past here. We'll see if... Yeah, there he is. I don't know if I'll make it. I'll try and kill this guy. They drop embers, titanite shards. If you can hit them with fire bombs, that's the best. I already used some fire bombs running past him when I was looking for that key to Greirat, but here this shows you the bonfire that I grabbed. It's the second one in this zone, and you'll be able to see where I got it when I fought that knight and came through here previously. We had come from that direction. And missed the parry and died again. So we came from, you can see outside the room there down the hall, we came through here. And then we proceeded down, which is where you find Greirat locked in his cell. But if you go to the side of that room, obviously it leads you up here. You can light yourself a bonfire. Grab our souls. Shit. Now when you're in this animation, you're invincible. So when you're in the parry animation, nobody can hurt you. That's how we do that. Anyway, just to show you, we had come from down here. Here's the dragon up top who's breathing fire down on us. See the purple around them when they're being hit, that's the dark damage. So yeah, this is where we fought the Mimic. Chest was down over there, right? And we came through, climbed up the ladder, and went through there. If we backtrack a little, I can also show you. If we can proc him to shoot his fire here. Don't need any more trousers. This guy. Get some. So, I actually missed this after I was talking about how easy it is to miss things. And we had just come and run down there, but actually if you go left here, come up the stairs. There's another one of these guys with the bell. He'll alert everyone to your presence, so you want to kill him before he does. Otherwise, all these guys like that are wielding weapons, these dudes here on the ground, they will all stand up. Fight you. But basically what you want to do here is run up top. You get your binoculars up here, which allow you to see things from distance, obviously. And those will be sitting right here on this dead body. Roll through this stuff, you know you want to. And over to the side of this dead dragon here, actually, you drop down. And this is where we saw the item from the room below, sitting on the ledge. It's a couple gold pine resins, which what they do is add lightning damage to your attack. Anyway, we backtracked, so now we can see. We went and grabbed those items, then came down, made our way forward, and as I said, I'll show you where we went to get the key for Greirat. You can just sprint down here, hopefully not get hit by the fire. Just sprint, 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 sprint. By the time you get to the top here, you clear over here. Here. Counter Ignite. And to proceed onward. There's two guys down here. There's one. And the other one, there he is, hiding over here in the shadows. Again, we'll want to proceed forward here. Over the ledge. Guy will come up the ladder here to our left in a second. Attack on him. And we're just going to avoid this creature of the abyss. Simply because fuck that. We're going to go down. this guy and his buddies who come up here. Still gonna recover. Charge attack. Wow. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, that's death for sure. Watch your footing. Buddy who comes up here. Just so we're not dealing with them if they do decide to run out. A lot easier to do that with those guys than it is with Mr. Shield here. I find the spears harder to parry myself, to be honest. I'm not sure why that is. Timing's horrible. There we go. Got him. Get down. So he's dead. There'll also be an item here. I can't remember what it was. Nothing too crazy. Oh, give me something good. Nice. Sweet. So I got the Lothric Knight armor, and I had already actually picked up the spear last time I killed them, because these are chance drops. They're not guaranteed drops. You can farm these guys for a long time and not necessarily get everything you want. So I've got his actual armor, and just to look, you can see it's pretty much better in every single way, but it is 5 pounds heavier in the weight, where you can see the red there. And in the top right, something I should explain is your weight ratio right now is 73%. So if I put it on just to show you, looks badass, I like it, but when I roll now, you'll see how fat I am. This is what they call fat rolling. I'm way slower when I'm rolling, and this is no good. So in order to avoid that, you always want to be under 70% equip load. So I'm going to go back to the knight armor, which is respectable in its own right. And then we're going to proceed down here, let this guy come out. I think there was also something, yeah, there's something hidden behind these barrels here as well. Make our way forward and come into this room. And so now there's a few things here. For one, you're going to run in here and there will be a chest, the decent shield, a really good shield actually, the another shield like this one that has 100% physical blocking. So if you hadn't started as the knight, I should say, you would probably want to pick that up just to give yourself something that does have 100% physical resist. This room below is quite tricky, and it can be done. It's simple enemies, but a couple things to note. So the barrels in the middle there with the ropes on them, and over to the side as well here, where this guy's walking, these are fire barrels. So if we throw a fire bomb, it's pretty much going to explode and insta-kill anything near it, yourself included. So you can do that from up top here, which is one easy way of taking people out. Also, as I mentioned before, the throwing knives can be used to lure, so you can sit here like this, hit him with a throwing knife, he'll come up here to you, and you just sit here and lure enemies up to you. If he'll come. Yeah, here he comes. And then that's one easy way of clearing this room, right? You can just basically bait these guys up here using throwing knives, and they'll just come up one at a time. And you just kill them like so. That one had him. Anyway, we don't need to go down here because I've already gathered all of the items from that particular area, but where you can see the one guy coming up the steps there, the bottom of those stairs is the item that we wanted, which is the cell key. There's also, I believe, a Estus shard here. And the Estus shards, as I said before, you give to Andre think it's just in this little alcove, yeah, right there behind those boxes. And you'll give those to Andre, which will allow you more uses on your more Estus uses. Now this is one way down to Big Blue there, you can see. We were looking from a hallway at him before. This is one way to get down to him, or I don't think you're close enough to do a plunging attack there, but... Oh, what the hell? What are these guys over? Wonder if we're not going to tank the damage, we might as well go two-handed on these guys and just... That one hurts for sure. That makes connects. And another dog had damage, which I did not remember. And I'm hitting the wall like an idiot. And I don't have my Estus flask up. See, the axe actually knocks them down with the blunt force. Yeah, so there's fire barrels marked with red and ropes. These are as well in the middle. And now that I've done it, I might as well just show you. This is where the key is, right here. The Greirat. It just says cell key. And if you put 2 and 2 together, or you just remember where you've seen guys in cells, you know to proceed back there and help yourself out. It was way up there. I'm trying to remember, I think it's just outside and then back in. We'll see here. Yes. So back down here. And to the left, you these. Kind of a hidden path, not really. But then you have an item here as well. Smash these and drop down. I think I actually forgot to come down here. Yep, there's another chest right here. Again, you can see like the chain is a perfect curl, so there's no mimic. Open it up and grab the Astoris Raid Sword, which is also another good sword. Probably not my favorite or personal preference, but to each their own. It is a good sword. It does scale fairly well and will continue to do its job for you. Now with that, we can head back and actually unlock Greirat's cell. Let him out. And I think there's a shortcut that would probably be the fastest way to do that. I'm just debating whether or not it would be too risky, or whether we should just take the long way back. I think we can do it. So we're gonna go down where Big Blue is here. Kill these couple guys that spawn right here. We're just going to avoid this guy for now. We're not going to fight him at all. We're just going to run left here. Or this way, sorry. I think there's stairs should be here yet. Make our way through here. Up these stairs as well. We're going to unlock a shortcut here. Anybody following you, you should just be able to get on the lift here. Yeah, no problem. Nobody's with you. We'll come back up, and you'll recognize where we're at when we open up this. dogs up here, along with the other axe wielder. Oh crap. No. Now you see why I hate the dogs. And there's a guy shooting at his ass as well. There we go. Asked us up because we're almost back at the bonfire anyway. And I would have normally killed this guy up there before I even dropped down here. But because we're coming from the reverse way. And I don't know if I mentioned, and it should be fairly obvious, but every time you use a bonfire, it will respawn all of the enemies. So it not only resets your Estus and fills your health, as you're about to see here, but it will reset the enemies, and as you see, the archer is right here again. And the dogs are down there too. So we're gonna head back this way. Down to where we found our buddy Greirat originally. And we'll unlock him. And then we'll take it back to Firelink Shrine and end of this video. And then the next one we'll be proceeding past the big blue knight there onto boss fight. Nice try, bud. Nice. Kind of blind, but we got him. So we're gonna come all the way back down here again. Bad idea, clearly. I'm gonna die here. Yep. That's a little frustrating, but it is what it is. Welcome to Dark Souls. So we're going to want to go pick up our souls again here. Fall damage, that was kind of dumb. There is a spell which I'll probably be picking up if I pick up any spells at all, which will, you know what, let's go back the other way for those. And what that's going to do, that spell called Spook, is going to make it so that you take, I believe it's 0 fall damage, so you can just pretty much negate it all. Which is great, obviously, and it also silences your footsteps, so you can sneak up on certain NPCs and get those critical attacks. At this from the opposite direction here and get my souls back. back down here. I guess it's not guaranteed, but there's a really good chance he'll drop throwing knives. So if you need throwing knives, he's your guy. Now obviously that's our progression path forward, as we saw before. I want to head down. Sneaky bastard, just trying to get one up on me before I even get down here. We still can't open this. This is actually, we're going to interact with another NPC eventually, and that's going to allow us to get in there. And we're going to get our cracked red eye orb, which is going to allow us to PvP. So pretty sweet item. But for now, let's just get Greirat back to the party. And here we go. I'm gonna use the cell key. Bam. It's your boy Greirat.
Ah. You're no jailer, are you? No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that unkindled ash. Remarkable. If that's true, then I have a favor to ask. Below the high wall is a musty little town. Not the home of any lord, just a very old settlement of undead. An old woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, if you do this for me, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I may be a petty thief, but I've more wits than most royalty. What do you say then, huh?
Sure, bro. So this is his side quest, or at least the beginnings of his side quest.
Very well. I humbly place my faith in you. I am Greirat of the undead settlement, and I promise to assist you. Give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. Do your part, and I'll do mine.
Also gives us the blue tearstone ring. So when your health is low, it actually increases your defense. We're going to use it for now until we get something better. And you can see Greirat's disappeared, so he'll actually be back at Firelink Shrine, and that's where we're going to cut this video off. And when we start again, we'll be coming back from Firelink Shrine, because I think it's probably worth going and leveling up once more so that we don't lose these souls by accident. And then we'll continue forward there on the high wall of Lothric, take care of our first boss, and then that'll take us to the undead settlement that he was just talking about and move forward from there. So we'll see you next time.